choice of who leads the Igbo group within the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Lagos has been contentious for some time. While the special advisor to the state governor on drainage, Jude Igbokwe, is widely regarded as the authentic apex leader of the Ndigbo arm of APC, a lawmaker representing Oshodi-Isolo constituency 2 in the State House of Assembly, Jude Idimogu, also claims the leadership. But why is this happening, and who does the cap fit? Jude, and for over 10 years, Jude Igbokwe was the publicity secretary of the party in Lagos State, and I'm trying to lay this thing. Jude Idimogu entered the Lagos House of Assembly as a PDP member and later defected in 2015. The election 2015 brought him, and by the time it was 2019, he contested again and he won Oshodi constituency. But on the strength that is the highest elected officer in Lagos, that is from the Ndigbo extraction, elected, he is saying that yes, that position should go to him automatically. And Jude Igbokwe, since the days of ACN, since the days of AD and everything, has always been with these people. He has been thrown under the bus, done everything. For my own findings, I called the state chairman, that's Mr. Tunde Balogun, to get the position from him. Yeah. And Tunde Balogun confirmed to me that Jude Igbokwe is the apex leader of the Ndigbo in Lagos, and Jude Idimogu is meant to be his deputy. That was the conversation I had with Mr. Tunde Balogun, the chairman of APC Lagos.
And that's the person who should know, because that's the person who runs the party. I really don't understand why this kind of squabbles should be happening. When you look at APC, the way the party is structured, and there are examples that I can cite, because the APC, I've investigated crisis in the APC so many times in different states, and I can explain how they run the APC in the different states in our country. Who is leader, what are the qualities that they look for to determine the apex leader of the party in each of those states. And I can tell you that, yes, Idimogu, nice man, I have no issues with him. But if we look at tradition within the party, there's no way he can expect to be the leader of the Ndigbo group within the APC. Now, if we expand it, you go to a state like Benue. I'm going to use a few examples. In Benue, even when a governor defected to the party, higher than the position of a lawmaker, House of Assembly member, because the House of Assembly member is inferior to the House of Reps, is inferior to a senator. Akume remained the leader of the party.
George Akume, the former governor.
Yes.
In spite of having a governor.
Yes, in spite of a governor defecting.
Yes, okay.
The governor didn't say, oh, I'm the highest elected member of the party, therefore I must become the
leader.
That was not how it was done. He remained the leader of the party. The APC that I know, the same thing in Gombe. Goje remained the leader of the party. As a senator, remained the leader of the party. What they like to do is people who have passed through the test tube, people who had been in the party for long. The South leader of the APC in Lagos State, Emiade, had been in the party since the AD days. The middle belt leader of the party in Lagos State, just so that Idimogu and his supporters will know, the South leader of the party in Lagos State, Patako, had been in the party since the AD days. Because they look at steadfastness, loyalty, even longevity, and contributions. Loyalty is very important. I've not seen where somebody will join the party maybe under 1.5 years or this thing, or 2 years. You then say that he has become a leader of an apex group within the party. At least we know how things run. We have our friends in the APC. We have uncles in APC. We know that it doesn't run like that. So I expect Idimogu and others to join
hands with Joe.
With Joe, to continue the good work that Joe had done. Joe has served 4 governors in this state. At a point when his view did not appear popular with his own
people, they were abusing him. Yes,
he continued, he stood firm. Now the party is beginning to get
the popularity
from
and
that
acceptance,
side,
yes.
into the party. And then we're having this needless distraction. The party position is clear. It doesn't even need the party chairman to come in and say, this is who we recognize. It should, naturally, the two of them, I mean, the junior person should realize that, yeah, this is my leader. And allow things to run that way.
That's one of the major problems they have in the group.
Before you know it, will snowball into something bigger. This is how it begins. At some point, the party has to intervene.
Because there's a list for the EXCO, and on that list, you have Jude Idimogu as the deputy to Joe Igbokwe.
Which is fair enough. That's fair enough. Somebody who has been in the party since the AD days.
Even June 12 wrote he's pro-democracy activist and everything. And when we look at the stakes now, the stakes are getting higher. You know, the Igbo stock in Lagos State, they go a long way to determine who becomes the governor or who becomes the president, because
it's a significant voting block.
Yes, it's a very big voting block. Alaba, Surulere, you need to,
word of all of those.
Yes, very, very strong. So it's something.
Even some parts of Ikeja.
Yes, it's something that the leadership of the party should pay attention to now.
Yes. So
that they won't allow the crisis to snowball.
You know, after the first round of elections, the leadership of the party, led by Asiwaju, had to reach out to them after the first round of elections and reminded them that, look, in this state, we have always taken good care of you. We protect your interest. Some of your children, you know, are even privileged to get scholarship within this state. So we expect you to reciprocate that by supporting us. And it helped because the second wave of elections, the performance of the APC was better because they reached out to them. The Igbo have become a significant voting bloc. Just like in America, you can't, the Hispanics, you can't just brush them aside. So this is the thing. And the party must work to ensure that they remain united and focused so that they can continue to play their role within the group.
Dare is still there. Dare, what do you make of this? What do you make of this crisis within the Igbo community, within the All Progressive Congress?
The Maestro has said it all. It's a needless crisis. I see no need for this power tussle between Idimogu and Igbokwe. The fact remains that Igbokwe has done so much, both for APC as a party in Lagos State and for the Igbo members of the ruling party from the days of the alliance. I remember during the June 12 struggle, he was in the forefront, leading his people to identify with the struggle, which many people outside the Yoruba race then saw as a Yoruba thing. So he endeared himself to the people of Lagos State, to the Progressive Party, and to the party leaders over time. And he has been given assignments, which he delivered very well.
Okay, let me cut you short a little bit. A member of the Lagos House of Assembly, that is Honorable Muyiwa Jimoh, is also on the line. Thank you for joining us, Honorable Jimoh. Hello? Honorable Muyiwa Jimo, are you there? Okay, let's go back to Dari, since we have him.
Okay, so as I was trying to say, Jude Idimogu is an elected representative of not the Igbo people, but the people of Oshodi-Isolo. He seems to have forgotten that he was not elected to represent Igbos in Lagos State. And that's an error, because it will even affect him adversely.
Yes.
The people of Oshodi, where he was elected, are not all Igbos. So if you leave your primary assignment of representing the people of a constituency in Lagos State, and you start dragging to be leader of a section of your people, are you saying you are no longer responsible for the non-Igbo constituents in that constituency? There is need to advise him that he should look at the larger picture, which is he is now a member of the APC. I recall that if you ask some of his supporters, we as journalists, we are privy to a lot of things. When he was going to leave the PDP for the APC, he regarded Igbokwe as his leader.
Igbokwe even brought him in.
That day he brought him, and he played significant role in ensuring that he was accepted
accommodated
to the party. And accommodated and accepted eventually. Now he should not take that acceptance for a license to ignore the convention in his new home, which is the APC. He's still going by the number of years or months he has spent. He can still be regarded as a newcomer in APC. There are, even besides the Igbokwe, there are others he should not attempt to claim seniority over.
Babajide, your party shot on this.
Well, I think that the point has been made, and my colleague put it succinctly. The truth is, when he was coming in, he regarded him as a rival. I mean, as a leader. Why suddenly turn your leader to your rival?
In a short time.
It just doesn't go well. It's not a good example. So I expect them to work together. And the party leaders, it's not at all times the party leaders will say they are not going to intervene. The party leaders have to come in at some point and resolve this call both men, talk to them, let them realize that it does not serve the interest of the party for them to be having this kind of squabbles. There's no need to be contesting with Joe Igbokwe for leadership. He has paid his dues in the best way possible. In the best way possible.
All right. I want to thank you, Dari Odu, for work on. Thank you for your contribution. Dari, thank you. We'd like to have you in the studio very soon. And BQ, the master himself, Babajide Kolade Otitoju, thank you for always being there. And that's our offering today. Join us tomorrow for another interesting episode of the program. You can also watch Journalist Hangout on our platforms showing on the screen. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. Our feedback channel is Journalist Hangout at tvcnews.tv. I'm Ayodele Uzubako, urging you to stay safe and God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.